There can be a moment where something is simply less held, not released, not undone, not overcome, just less tight for a moment. And in that moment, more space begins to grow. The body holds because it learned to. Holding became the way we made it through. And when holding has been consistent, even a small shift can feel very unfamiliar. Welcome to Reweaving Systems from Nervous to Regulated. I'm Jana Shalom, educator, system weaver, and our full-time master regulator. This is not a podcast. This is an attunement lab. Here we move through a living sequence, a truth, a pause, a moment of bracing, and a breath that brings us back. We name the nervous system, Shalom, as companion. We name survival responses as intelligent. And we open the sanctuary door from the inside. Nothing needs fixing. Welcome to the sanctuary. Let the weaving begin. This is Reweaving Systems from Nervous to Regulated. I'm Jana Shalom, and you're listening to Season 1, The Sanctuary, Arc 1, where nothing has to be fixed. This is the last quarter moon, a space where something begins to loosen, not all at once, not in a way that needs to be noticed immediately, but through time, through space, and through what has already been quietly shifting. This episode is called There Are Moments Where the Brace Isn't As Tight. Some moments pass quietly, almost without being marked, where something feels just a little bit different. Not in a way that announces itself loudly, just a quiet shift that begins moving through us. This is still the sanctuary. The ground here remains steady. It's a space where whatever is here, no matter what it is, can exist. And over time, something softens in its own way. Let my voice be an anchor, not instruction. Because nothing here needs to be followed. It can simply be heard. If something here feels familiar, it already belongs. And those things that feel unfamiliar, we're learning to accept their belonging as well. There are ways the body holds that become very consistent over time. It's reliable, it's familiar, and it's held us in place so that we could function, even when our bodies have asked us to slow down. This could be a tightening in the shoulders. It could be a breath that stays shallow. A readiness in the body, even in moments that appear to be calm. The jaw held tight without us even asking it to be held tight. When something has been needed, it stays. Even as the conditions around it begin to shift, those things that happen in survival begin to become our patterns. Then there are moments where that holding is not as strong. Our breath has a little bit more space to move freely without being directed by us. Our shoulders naturally lower, not because anything has changed, but because something has softened within us. Our muscles have loosened. We didn't need to ask for that to happen. A space inside feels less compressed, though nothing disappeared. It simply just feels different. And those moments can pass quietly without us even recognizing them because they are unfamiliar. We are familiar with holding our breath. We are familiar with holding that brace in place. So when things begin to move, unless we slow down to name it, there's a chance that it might move past us without us even realizing it. At times, shifts arise as more space. A softening that doesn't announce itself, but a clearing that it feels like, wait a minute, I can now feel more of what is here. A quiet opening that has always been possible, though not always available. It's not that we created it. It's not that we caused it. It is simply there for a moment. And whatever is here is allowed to remain here. There can be a moment where something is simply less held, not released, not undone, not overcome, just less tight for a moment. And in that moment, more space begins to grow. The body holds because it learned to. Holding became the way we made it through. And when holding has been consistent, even a small shift can feel very unfamiliar. Easing has not always been the environment. So when easiness appears even briefly, it can move through us without being recognized for what it is. For now, this can just be exactly as it is. There are moments where something is not held quite in the same way, even though everything still remains exactly as it did. The conversation that doesn't require the same amount of effort. A moment of pause that doesn't feel so tense. A breath that completes itself. Nothing needs to be made of this. We do not even need to name it. We do not even need to hold on to it. It can just pass as it came through. The weave adjusts quietly. As we move into the next new moon and we begin arc 2, something begins again from what is already here. The next arc of the sanctuary is titled, It's Not Just Me. And we let it. What softened here today to be held. And if nothing softened today, we allow that to be held too. The thread holds. The loom remains.